Right, now the next verse is a strong criticism of all those people who walk the path of prayers. So verse number 5, page number 75. A very famous verse. Avidyāyām antare vartamānāḥ svayaṃ dhīrāḥ paṇḍitaṃmanyamānāḥ dandramyamāണāḥ pariyanti mūḍhāः andhenaiva nīyamānā yathāndhāḥ avidyāyām antare vartamānāḥ svayaṃ dhīrāḥ paṇḍitaṃmanyamānāḥ dandramyamānāḥ pariyanti mūḍhāः andhenaiva nīyamānā yathāndhāḥ. Yes. So here is a description of people who walk the path of prayers. So what is their lifestyle? What do they think about themselves? And what happens to them? All these things are discussed here. So what is their condition? Avidyāyām antare vartamānāḥ. Vartamānāḥ, they are living. Where are they living? Avidyāyām antare, in the midst of ignorance. They are living in the midst of ignorance. But what do they consider about themselves? Svayaṃ dhīrāḥ paṇḍitaṃmanyamānāḥ. What do they consider about themselves? That we are dhīrāḥ, we are very wise people, intelligent people. Paṇḍitam, very learned people. We are learned, wise, intelligent. But what happens to them? So Shruti Mata says, dandramyamānāḥ. Dandramyamānāḥ means these are the people who will follow various crooked ways under delusion. Because of delusion, they follow various crooked ways. And what happens to them? Pariyanti mūḍhā. So these mūḍhās, these foolish people, though they may consider themselves as dhīrāḥ and paṇḍitāḥ, etc., but actually they are mūḍhās. The Upanishad says, they are mūḍhās, foolish people. What happens to them? Pariyanti. They go round and round. Round and round means what? Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Again and again, falling back into this transmigratory world. Again and again experiencing birth and death. So this is what happens to them. But unfortunately, these are the people who are the leaders in the society. Andhenaiva nīyamānā yathāndhāḥ. So they are the people who lead the people. So when these people lead others, how is it? So Upanishad says, it is like blind leading the blind. Andhenaiva nīyamānā yathāndhāḥ. So these are the people who walk the path of prayers. So this whole verse is about what happens to them. So what is their condition? Avidyāyām antare vartamānāḥ. So they live in the midst of avidya. So now see this. Avidya means what? Ignorance. They have no understanding about what is the right way of living. They have no understanding. They are totally ignorant about it. So now once a person doesn't have the right understanding about life, what will happen to his life? The entire life will be lived in a wasteful way. As Bhagavad Gita says, mūḍhāśā mūḍhakarmāṇah mūḍhajñānā vicētasah rakṣasīm āsurīm chaiva prakritim mohinim shritaha. This will be the lifestyle of a person who doesn't have the right understanding about life. mūḍhā, his understanding is vain, and therefore naturally his hopes, his desires, his future plannings, his actions, everything will be in vain. His goal of life in vain. So therefore, in short, what happens when you don't have the right understanding about life? The whole life is wasted. Bhagavad Gita says, Rakshasim Asuri Mohinim Prakritim Shritaha, it is said. The tendency is Asuric, Rakshasic and deluding. Asura means the one who indulges in sense pleasures. Such a person is called Asura. Asusuramante iti asura. The one who indulges in the senses. And who is a Rakshasa? Rakshasa is the one who harms others for selfish ends. So Asuras and Rakshasas. So they become like Asuras and Rakshasas. That's what Bhagavad Gita says there. Because of their own delusion. Now here, the same thing is mentioned. Avidyāyām antare vartamānāḥ. So the first and the foremost thing is they have no idea about right ways of living. They are in avidya. But what do they consider themselves? Svayaṃ dhīrāḥ paṇḍitaṃmanyamānāḥ. They consider themselves as intelligent people, learned people. In the society, you will find umpteen number of people, because majority of the people fall under this category. And they are the ones who will discourage us in walking the path of spirituality. They are the ones who will start advising us against spirituality. So when they come to know that we are attending some spiritual class, some Gita class, some Upanishad class, they will come with lot of arguments against this, against our classes. So what are the general arguments? So you will find them saying, why do you have to attend all these spiritual class? See, in this world, there are so many people who are successful, who are prosperous, who are happy, who are fulfilled, even without this spirituality. There are so many people without this spirituality also, they are so happy and fulfilled and prosperous. So what is the need for you to study this? This is one argument. And according to them, they have this idea that normally these spiritual people, the sadhus, the sannyasis, etc., they are failures in life. Why failures? They were failures in their professional front. They could not succeed in any profession. Or there is a broken relationship, failed relationship. So therefore, from the professional front, they were failures. At the relationship, they were failures. So because they could not succeed anywhere in life, so finally they became this sannyasi, sadhu. With a pessimistic attitude towards life, considering that everything in this life is nothing but sorrow and misery. So with a pessimistic attitude, they have taken to this path. So they are nothing but failures in life. Another term they use is escapists. They are escapists. They escape from the challenges of life, from the problems of life. True manliness is to face the challenges of the world, but this man, he could not face the challenges. He did not have the strength to face the challenges, so therefore he escaped from the world, escaped from the challenges of the world, and now he has buried himself in some cave in the Himalayas, wasting his time in total idleness. Why is he sitting there? He could not face the world, therefore he is sitting there. Now, this is the way they argue. So who are these spiritual people? They are escapists and they are failures. Now why did they take the spiritual path? The spiritual path is the easiest way according to them. Spiritual path is the easiest way. You just put on one ochre color cloth and people will just prostrate unto you. They will respect you, they will love you, they will feed you, and they will give some donation also. So you get everything, money, food, respect, love, without doing anything, just putting on ochre color cloth. And India is famous for it. In India, we respect sadhus, sannyasis. So therefore, the best way to earn respect, love, food, everything, all comforts of life is become a sadhu. So if you are good for nothing in every field, then the best thing is you become a sadhu. This is the way they argue. So these sadhus, they are escapists, they are failures, and they are totally unproductive because the fellow is sitting idle whole day. Society is not benefited because of their presence. They are only leeches in the society. They only take from the society, they don't give back anything to the society. This is their understanding. And they live on bhiksha. And in this country, bhiksha is glorified. Taking alms, it is glorified in this country. And finally what has happened? India has become a land of beggars, according to them. And that is why India is so poor. Why is this country poor? Because everybody is a beggar. Why everybody is a beggar? Because begging is glorified in this country. This country, the land of spirituality, here begging is glorified. So everybody has become a beggar. And therefore see, compare this country with the Western country, that Western countries are so prosperous. Why? Because of their hard work. And India has become a very poor country. All because of these sadhu sannyasis, all because of this spirituality. So this spirituality is the cause because of which this country has been doomed. What is the cause of our backwardness? The cause is spirituality. So the best thing we can do is eliminate all these sadhus and sannyasis. This is their understanding. Right. Now you ask them, do you believe in God? Then he will answer, what God? I am a rational human being. That which appeals to reason alone I believe. That which cannot be proved, I don't believe in such things. So I don't believe in God. After all, why do you need God? In this world, every phenomenon can be explained through reason, through science, through analysis, through investigation. In this world, everything can be understood. So why do you need a God? There is a cause-effect relationship in everything that is happening in this world, so we don't need a God. Even those things in the past, all those things which they considered a divine phenomenon, today we know through science that it is not divine, it is just a natural phenomenon. Very many magic these Babajis show. Today we have clear scientific explanation that it is not a magic, it is nothing but a particular scientific phenomenon. So therefore, the more and more the science is evolving, the more and more we are able to get answers which earlier they used to consider spiritual, etc. And a time will come when the science will be able to explain everything in the world. So therefore, why do you need a God? I don't believe in God because His existence cannot be proved. I believe in only that which can be proved. Because I have a scientific temperament. I believe in science. So this is the way they will say. And you say that there is God, isn't it? Now if there is God, and according to you, this God is a compassionate God, all-knowing God, all-pervading God, all-powerful God. This is your opinion. If there is such a God, then why is it that there is so much of poverty in this world? Why is it there is so much of corruption in this world? Why is it that there is so much of injustice in this world? If you say that there is an all-powerful God and you say that even a dust will not move without His permission, so then you say that God knows everything. If He knows everything, why is it that there is so much of poverty, corruption, pain, suffering, disease, etc.? If He is all-powerful, He should be able to solve everything. So the very fact that the world has so much of problems and these problems are not being solved, that itself is a proof that there is no God. This way he argues. Okay, sir, please tell us how then we should live our life. What is the way to live our life? So then he will say, the way to live life is dream big and chase your dream. This is the way to live. Only when there is some desire, only when you have a dream, only then the best will come out of you. These spiritual people, they say desirelessness. No! If you are desireless and contented, then the best will never come out of you. You will only become lazy. You become a good for nothing fellow. So desirelessness should never be the goal. You must have a desire. You must have a dream to chase. Higher the dream, the better, because the best comes out of you only when you dream high. So chase your passion. This way live a life full of self-effort. There is nothing called God's grace, etc. There is only one thing, effort, effort, effort. See the greatness of human beings. They have reached even moon through effort. So anything is possible with self-effort. So that is the most important thing. So how should we live our life? Live your life chasing your dreams. Be passionate about your dream. This is the way you must live. So the best comes out of you, and in this way the society is also benefited with your contribution to the society. This way you must live. Sir, now you ask this person, what is your opinion about truthful living? Then this person will say, in this world, it is just not possible to live truthfully. See all those people who have lived truthful life. Gandhiji was shot dead. Jesus was crucified. See, they were all the people who lived for truth. What happened to them? They were crushed. In this world, if you live a life of truthfulness and humility, etc., you will become a doormat. People will treat you like that. So therefore, some amount of crookedness is necessary. You will have to be street smart if you have to succeed in life. Because the world is such. It is only the corrupt people who succeed. People who have influence, people who are wealthy, they are the ones who are able to manipulate the laws, and they are the ones who truly enjoy in this world. Not the poor ones. Poor ones are thoroughly exploited. So therefore, in life, we cannot succeed if we follow the path of truth. Now this is their understanding. They will quote also, टेढ़ी उंगली से ही घी निकलती है, in Hindi they say. If you want to take this solidified ghee, clarified butter, so if it is solidified and if you want to take it, straight finger will not help. Then what you have to do? You have to make the finger crooked, and then only the ghee can be taken out. So this is the example they give. So in the same way, if you have to succeed in this world, you will have to be a little crooked. You will have to be a little worldly smart. Only then you can succeed in life. Now this is their philosophy about life. So this is the way they think about life. Now if you ask them, okay sir, what about death? Is there life after death? So then they will say, what is it? There is nothing called life after death. You must understand what is life. What is life? So many chemicals have come together, and as a byproduct, life has appeared. This consciousness, life, etc., what you say, it is only it's a byproduct of chemical combination. Because the whole world is nothing but chemicals. They are nothing but elements. And all these elements are classified in the chemistry. So these chemicals come together, and because of some byproduct, life has come. But anyway, the science is doing investigation. A time will come when we will know what this life is, what this consciousness is, etc. A time will come when we will have a clear understanding about it. But this is it. Life is nothing but a byproduct of all chemical combination. But sir, everything is inert. How can a sentient thing come because of the combination of inert thing? That I will tell you. You see, you take beetle leaf. It is green in color. Then you take lime. It is white in color. Then you take that nut, beetle nut. It is brown in color. And when that person chews it, what is the color which comes out? It is red, isn't it? You see, green leaf, white lime, brown nut. Together when you chew, what happens? The color is red. Now redness is not there in any of these three, but it has come, isn't it? In the same way, these chemicals combine and some reactions happen, and out of this reaction comes this phenomena called life. So this you have to understand. It is possible that something new can come as a byproduct of combination of so many chemicals. So this is what is life. So therefore, the point is this. Once the body decays and dies, there is nothing called life, because the body has gone back to its elements. The combination has caused a phenomenon called life. Now once that combination is dispersed, dissolved, there is nothing called life. Bhasmi bhutasya dehasya punaragamanam kutaha. Once a body has been reduced to ashes, how can you expect that body to come back? Therefore, there is nothing called life after death. It is all mere imagination. There is nothing called life after death. So therefore, what should be the purpose of life? There is nothing called punya, papa and all. There is only one purpose. Every moment enjoy. Sir, what is the way to enjoy? Eat, drink and be merry. Yavat jivet sukham jivet. Ram kritva ghritam pibet. Bhasmi bhutasya dehasya punaragamanam kutaha. So this is the philosophy of Charuvakas, the materialistic people. The materialistic people are called Charuvak, those whose words are very sweet. Charu means sweet. So this is their philosophy. Yavat jivet sukham jivet. As long as you are living, live happily. Take care of all comforts and conveniences. Indulge in all pleasure, because pleasure gives you happiness. So whatever gives you happiness, indulge in it. Fulfill all your desires. This way, live a happy life as long as you live. Yavat jivet sukham jivet. Ranam kritva ghritam pibet. If necessary, beg, borrow or steal. And indulge in all the best in life. Because once the body has gone into ashes, there is no coming back. So as long as you are living, live a happy life, life fulfilling all worldly desires. Now this is called materialistic viewpoint about life. So they also say, live in the here and now. They will also say, live in the here and now. Now see, this statement is made by spiritual people, living in the here and now. But they will also use. Rank materialists also use the same term, living in the here and now. Means what? As much as possible, every moment, convert into indulgence in sense pleasure, because every moment can be turned into a moment of happiness, and the only way to be happy is indulgence. The only source of happiness is the world. So every moment, convert it into a moment of happiness. Don't waste any moment. Maximize your happiness by maximizing your indulgence. So live in the here and now, and don't go to the future. Don't unnecessarily think about, future. Live in the present. Let your attention be upon the pleasure you are deriving from the sense objects. So this is what you have to do. Unnecessarily don't think about life after death, etc. There is nothing, no such thing. So therefore don't worry about punya papa also. There is no such thing. Because once the physical body is gone, your existence is gone. You are a nobody. You are nothing. So this is their philosophy. Now, what do the scriptures say? What is Shruti Mata saying? Such people are mūḍhā. See the term used, mūḍhā, foolish people. According to them, they think dhīrāḥ, paṇḍitaṃmanyamānāḥ. According to them, they are very wise people, intelligent people. But according to scriptures, they are mūḍhā. Now please keep this in mind. In life, you will meet such people, or maybe in the past you were one among them. Generally, all of us, we have to go through this stage. There was some time when we all were having such kind of ideas. Today, maybe we are all spiritual people, but some time in the past, we were of this nature. We were having this philosophy of life. And now today when you are spiritual, you will find such people around you. You will meet somebody or the other who is of this nature. This is essential. Why is it essential? This is essential because these are the people who make us think deep about the purpose of life, about the meaning of life. These are the people who will try to pull you back into the world, who will not allow you to get into the spiritual world, who will try their level best to pull you, to prevent you from going into the spiritual world. So when they pull you, you will have to exert against it. You will have to think deep. If the vairagya is very weak, then you will say, yes, what this person is saying, he has a point, so let me give a spirituality, you may go back to him. But if your mumukshutvam is strong, if your spiritual quest is intense, deep, then you start thinking. Whatever reasons, whatever logic, whatever statement he has given, you start thinking over it. You contemplate upon it. Get guidance from the Mahatmas. You put the same question in front of Mahatmas and get the right guidance. From the scriptures you get guidance, and perfectly, logically you get perfect answer for all the allegations made by this non-spiritual person. And this way you become a really strong spiritual person. And then what happens? You renounce. Without bothering about all these allegations, the complaints, the arguments given by this non-spiritual person. This struggle is unavoidable in our life. It is exactly like the struggle of a fruit. So on one side is a gravitational pull which wants the fruit to fall from the tree. The other side is the tree which is trying to hold on to the fruit and not allowing it to fall. So there is a struggle continuously. But as the fruit becomes fully grown and matured and ripened, what happens? Detachment automatically happens, and then finally there is only one pull, that is the pull of gravitation, and finally the fruit falls. So this is the renunciation of fruit from the tree. In the same way, there is something called renunciation of the mind from the world. When that mind becomes extremely mature, pure, evolved, such a mind no more finds pleasure in the world. Such a mind is pulled toward the spiritual gravitational force. And such a mind will no more be able to be controlled by the world and the worldly attractions. The mind easily gravitates towards spirituality. This is what we find. So this struggle is unavoidable, and such people you will find in the society. So such people are being described here. So this is their philosophy about life. So what happens to them? So here Upanishad says, dandramyamānāḥ pariyanti mūḍhā. Such foolish people who have no idea about life, but they think that they are very wise and learned, etc. What happens to them? Dandramyamānāḥ. In their life you will find all kinds of crookedness and wickedness. Because their very philosophy is, a truthful person cannot survive, he cannot succeed in life. So naturally, what will they do? They will earn wealth through all illegal, immoral, unlawful means. They will earn wealth. They will try to influence the powerful people. They will never walk the path of truth. Through wealth, they will try to solve all the problems. Now, this is the meaning, crooked and wicked. They will indulge in all kinds of sense pleasures. Their mind totally indisciplined. Such sensuous, extroverted people, what happens to them? Yamaraj says, pariyanti. Pariyanti means going round and round and round. They suffer in this world also. Then they go to Naraka, where again they suffer. Again they come back, again they suffer. This suffering continues. In fact, suffering is the only way to purify the mind. So when the understanding is wrong, the punishment given by Mother Nature is suffering. In suffering you become introspective, you look within, you correct yourself, and then you evolve. So therefore, wrong understanding is no excuse. The price you have to pay for wrong understanding is suffering. So pariyanti means they go on suffering. Old age, death, disease, this is the suffering in this world. So punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam is the result, and it is not necessary that they will be born again in human body. Tesham dvishata kruran samsareshu naradhaman kshipami ajasrama shubhan asurishveva yonishu. If their kama, krodha, lobha, moha, etc. is very intense, Bhagavan says, I even throw them into the wombs of the beasts, lions, tigers, insects, animals, birds, etc. So even that option is not also ruled out. So this is the meaning pariyanti. So they may call themselves dhīrāḥ, pandita, etc. But the fact remains, and that is they are mūḍhās only. And the laws of nature, it doesn't depend on what you think about yourself. The laws of nature has its own way to function. Now unfortunately, the scriptures say, andhenaiva yathāndhāḥ. These are the blind people who are leading others blind. Now others are also blind. Now these people, they are also blind, but they say, they claim that I know the path, come with me. Now what is this person? He is blind. But what does he claim? I know everything. I know everything. You just follow me and I will show you the way. Andhenaiva. And finally what happens? Everybody suffers. Now what is this blindness? We have to understand, it is not the physical blindness. Blindness means the inability to have the right understanding about life. Now this is called as blindness. Earlier it is said manda, the same thing. The intellect is not able to discriminate the right from the wrong, and therefore the intellect takes the wrong path. Now taking the wrong path means a blind intellect, unable to know what is the purpose of life, have no clear understanding about life, and therefore what happens? Every decision taken is wrong. This is what happens, and this is what we see in the society also. When you don't have the right knowledge, see what happens. The most important knowledge in this world is self-knowledge, because it gives you liberation. But now what is the kind of knowledge which we are giving importance to in today's world? Materialistic education is given, not spiritual education. See, why is it that materialistic education is given too much of importance in schools and colleges? It is only because of andhata, blindness. We don't know the value of spiritual knowledge. Therefore, materialistic knowledge is given importance. Why materialistic knowledge? Because then you will get a job and you will get a lot of money. Now see, vartamānāḥ shrinkam, earlier the term is used. Ultimately, the purpose of goal is make lot of money, because lot of money means a conducive environment. A conducive environment means joy, happiness. This is their wrong thinking. So see the kind of knowledge which we are giving importance to in this society. Not spiritual, but materialistic knowledge. Bread winning education is given. So with respect to knowledge, this is the blindness. What is the most important thing? That we don't know. What is the least important thing? That's what we give so much of importance to. The worthless things have become priceless things. The most important thing is cultivating noble virtues of life, Daivi Sampat. But what are the youngsters doing today? Not only youngsters, everyone. The importance is given to the color of the skin, the color of the hairstyles. Lot of research is happening with respect to different kinds of surgeries in the body. Our dress, jewelry, and these are the things which have become important now. Earlier there were only women's beauty parlor. Now we have men's beauty parlor also. Entire focus is upon this human body. No importance is given to beautifying the mind. Only importance is given is beautifying the physical body. In Bhagavatam it is said, in Kali Yuga the importance will be given to hair and nail, it seems. And that is true. All this is happening because of blindness, not knowing the very purpose of life. Who is the most beautiful person in this world? Now you see this beauty context, etc. What is the definition of beauty according to them? Artificial makeup plus artificial body parts, artificial smile, and then if you can parade your half-naked body in front of a bunch of fools, then you are considered the most beautiful lady. Miss World, Miss Universe. What is the definition of beauty given by Bhagavan? In Tulsi Ramayana you will find Bhagavan Sri Ramchandraji addressing Shabari Mata. So she was old, and not only she was old, she was quite ugly also. And it is said that her husband ran away seeing her ugliness. Now you can just imagine. After marriage, that man, the moment he saw her face, he just ran away from there. So this lady Shabari, who was ugly and old, Bhagavan Ramchandraji in Tulsi Ramayana, you will find Bhagavan calling her the most beautiful lady in this world. See the definition of beauty. Why Bhagavan calls her the most beautiful lady? Bhagavan says, you have all those bhakti, navavidha bhakti, the 9 forms of devotion you have in full measure. So Amma, you are the most beautiful lady in this world. Now see the definition of beauty there. It is not the physical beauty. No, it is the inner beauty. The blind people, they only see the physical beauty. But those who have wisdom, those who have knowledge, they see the inner beauty. See the difference. Andhere nīyamānā yathāndhāḥ. Today is the world of advertisements. Any lie can be made truth by again and again telecasting the same lie. So whatever is happening in today's world, everything was written in Vedic times. Just imagine. Means what? The world was like this only all the time. And it will remain like this. Majority are blind, following the path towards hell. This will continue. In this world, the greatest lie is made the greatest truth by advertisements. What is the greatest lie? The greatest lie is that you can be happy in the world, with the world, through the world. This is the greatest lie. What is the greatest truth? Happiness is my own nature. Now these people, they don't want you to know this great truth that happiness is your nature. Because suppose you become contented and indrawn, then what will happen to their business, their industry? Everything will collapse. They want people to be more and more greedy, more and more desire-filled, more and more extrovert, more and more sensuous. Only then the business can flourish. So therefore, what kind of advertisement is given? All false advertisements are given. Indulge in the world and be happy. This is the advertisement. But what is the truth? Be contented and be happy, because happiness is your nature. This is the truth. But the world doesn't want you to know this truth. You see, andhenaiva yathāndhāḥ. Everybody in this world, if you see, who are the votaries of the world, they are all blind. And what are they doing? The greatest tragedy is, these are the leaders in the society who are guiding others. So what will happen? Blind leading the blind. The next verse also is related to the same thing. We will see this verse in the next class. Om sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu nirāmayāः, sarve bhadrani pasyyantu, ma kaśchid dukkha bhag bhavet, asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om shanti shanti shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.